Hi everyone, my name is Becks and I'm the owner of Honu Honi Surf Camp. Today we're going to be talking about how to dry your wetsuit as quickly as possible. During winter it can take forever for your wetsuit to dry, and it can be a real hindrance to you getting out in the water knowing that you have to put on a wet wetsuit to get out there. So we're going to talk about the tricks to get it dry as quickly as possible so that you can get out surfing more often and be more comfortable as you head out into the water. Step one is to wash your wetsuit. We want to rinse all the salt water off of it so that when it dries, it doesn't get too crusty and the material stays nice and flexible when you're putting it on and off in a rush. So we're going to rinse it. It might seem a bit counterintuitive because we want to dry it as quickly as possible, but we are going to make it nice and wet again. So we rinse ours with a bit of disinfectant because lots of people use our hire suits. You don't necessarily need to do that when you are doing your own suit. You can just rinse it in some fresh water. So we're going to do a double dunk, but you can just do once. Before proceeding to step 2, you do want to make sure that your wetsuit is inside out. So if it's not inside out already, flip it around. The reason we want it inside out is because if there's only one side that's going to dry, the inside or the outside, we want it to be the inside first. So our next step is to wring it out in a towel. What we're going to do is lie this towel nice and flat, lay the wetsuit on it, and then slowly roll it up, trying to squeeze as much water out of it as we possibly can. You might want to do this a few times if you're really desperate to get your suit dry as quickly as possible. And this is a really good stopgap if you're going to do multiple surfs in a day. So for example, if I was to surf in the morning, take an hour or 2 gap over lunch, and then want to go for an afternoon surf, I might have my wetsuit inside out, roll it up in my towel to squeeze as much water out as I possibly can, leave it to hang while I eat, and then pop it on, and hopefully that inside will be a little bit drier than it would have been if I had have just left it sitting in my tub or even just hanging over a fence somewhere. Our final step is then to hang the wetsuit inside out somewhere, preferably as long as possible. So I've thrown it across this whole rack here where it can dry. Now, to supercharge this, if you've already got your heater going in your home, you may want to go and pop it in front of your heater now that it's not going to drip because we've rolled out all the excess water with the towel. We stack them all into a bathroom, turn the heater on, and let them dry in there with the exhaust fan on. That's going to be the quickest method, the smallest room that you can possibly get. Bonus if it has a fan in there, we'll get it nice and dry. As soon as everything is dry on the inside, we flip it all around and try and dry it on the outside as well. That's it, team. I hope that you found this video helpful, and now you'll be able to get your wetsuits nice and dry. You'll head out more often in our lovely winter waves.